Hey guys, just thought I'd take you a little behind the scenes on what I do to prepare for a video, and then maybe show you what I've been up to the last few days, because I've been doing a lot of vlogs but not a lot of content. So number one thing, thanks Wendell and Logan for the tip on the Ubiquiti AC access point. So one of the reasons I'm going to go with this is I'm kind of sick and tired of, quote-unquote consumer grade technology. I've been having a lot of problems with my cable and with my router, and I want a better experience, and I'm willing to pay a little bit more to get a solution that, as you guys can see on the back here, you can add multiple of these and seamlessly hand off between them. So I'm going to put one on our main floor, and if that's not good enough, I can buy another one and put it somewhere else in the house to help extend the coverage and have a better experience. The other reason I'm doing this is because I'm building out my own router using free PF Sense, and that's mostly because I tried putting OpenVPN on my router, and it basically tries to nuclear melt itself down if you have encryption on all the time. So I want something that I can just leave running all the time, have an encrypted signal in and out of the house, mask my IP. Thank you Skype for that IP bug that bites us all with DOS attacks every once in a while. So that's why I have a 4-port gigabit Intel server card coming, which $99 on Amazon, and it's an HP card that I'm actually familiar with from servers I run at work. So I'll be able to run, 2 or 3 access points off of that with their own dedicated gigabit channels and a switch. So, that makes it so that I can kind of be a little more adaptable to the house, and I'm hoping I only need 1 of these or 2 at most, so that way I can have a direct link for my computer and a switch and these access points. And if I run out of space, I'll just run the access points off the switch, because whatever, we can run two gig links to the switch and then run stuff off the switch, because you're only out of gig out, and it's not really going to be a gig anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that's kind of what I've been up to down here. A lot of little stuff for minute reviews coming. Got a couple little tripod accessories for my little camcorder here. Some basic stuff for like upgrading my networking. So I'm going to do like a network upgrade video and kind of show you guys how I'm fixing the networking in my house. And this Ubiquiti access point is not cheap, but in the last maybe 4 years or 5 years, I've bought 3 consumer grade access points. So I'm just kind of tired of it. The other thing that's nice is with PF Sense, you have add-ons, so you can do stuff like virus scan at the router level, and still have your local virus scanning software just to be safe, but basically, you can hit things or block websites. There's whitelists and blacklists and, all sorts of stuff, to where it's just a more secure environment inside your house. And, the software on the Unify is pretty cool, because you can really track what Wi-Fi devices in your house are doing, what kind of bandwidth, and that's the difference between commercial grade or consumer grade and enterprise grade. A lot of enterprise stuff has monitoring built in. So, like in switches, we call that managed switches versus dumb switches at work, right? A managed switch is something that you can go in, you can change port settings, you can monitor port traffic, assign different VPNs or LANs or VLANs or whatever you want with those switches. I'm actually looking at a big Cisco 18-port switch for the house. Not that I actually need that much, but I want at least 8 real ports, and it's the first kind of level of switch that has dedicated uplinks. And you can use fiber too if you have the little adapter doohickey. Not that I need fiber, mind you, but it's nice to have if you can afford it. And they're not really that expensive. They're only about $300. So for something you might use for 5 to 10 years, I'm starting to decide more and more that it's worth it just to pay a little bit of a premium and get what is actually going to work well. The other thing too, guys, I mean, remember, it may seem like a lot of money to spend $300 on a switch, but you're going to learn, especially if it's a managed switch, you're going to learn more setting that up and using it yourself for the amount of money you spend than taking a CCNA course. So, you know, on-hands experience versus course knowledge is, at least when I'm hiring, I would rather have somebody that knows how to do it, not somebody that has the certification. That's just me personally. So let's take you around and kind of show you what I've been up to lately. And yeah. So what have I been up to lately? So I set up an area for my wife to work because she's been having to work from home a lot more. I moved over my station, and I'm actually filming over from the corner here. If you guys have seen some of the latest videos, you know. And then of course here's where I hide everything, which is off camera, and you know, it's usually like going through and trying to sort things into tubs. Here's the personal build. So we're getting close. Hopefully I'll have this a little more ready to go soon. It's one of those things where it's like, it's a nice to have, but I have so much other stuff to do. There's my old case with my Asus board in there. You know, we have a bunch of stuff to review. By the way, I have put this in and played with it. This is the Fractal Tesla 1000 watt. It is awesome, and 90% of the time, for me at least, unless I'm ramping up my video cards, that fan does not even spin. So just absolutely stellar. So here's what I was up to last night. Putting together toddler beds. Yay! So they're getting old enough now. We feel comfortable with them a little bit up off the floor. And you know, before we just had mattresses on the floor because they were learning not to roll out of bed, and we didn't want them to get hurt if they fell off their beds. So, but now they don't have their stickers on them yet, but we have Mickey and Minnie beds. So this will be good for the little guys, you know, until they get up into a full-size bed. So maybe another year or two, but they're very sturdy. Guys, you can get these at Walmart. If you have little kids and you're thinking about going to a toddler bed, they're very sturdy. They're all steel and plastic construction, so anywhere that they might hit their heads or anything is plastic. They have nice little sideboards on them, and they're a little bit difficult, the first one you put together, but the second one was a breeze, and like I said, they're very sturdy. And I think they were only like 45 bucks at Walmart. So I would say check them out if you're looking for a little toddler bed, something to transition your little guy from a crib to a real bed. I like them. You know, it's been a whole night. They slept really well in them last night, and you know, what else can you ask for? The mural in the background there. Woo! Oh yeah. Look at those owls. They're looking at you all the time. The best part's the squirrel down there somewhere. The porcupine and the squirrel. Oh, they love each other. Anyways, this is what I've been working on last night at any rate. And the reason that there's no video last night, because after this I went to bed because I was tired. Working on some stuff for a new video. And this tends to be what takes the most time. So, doing a video on an HP laptop, and all that chicken scrawl is the stuff I've figured out so far. But interesting things that are hard to find are like the DDR memory speed, and this is a laptop for somebody else, so I don't want to put any like, you know, ADA or anything like that on there. It's interesting to see that like even the HP site doesn't list the default RAM speed in this system. which actually would make a difference because it is an A10 based mobile chip. So far I've been impressed with it. It's just, you know, a 15.6 inch HP laptop, and log in there. The interesting thing with it is it was very good price for what you get out of it. I mean, it's got touchscreen, it's got a terabyte hard drive, although it's only 5400 RPM. It's just got some cool stuff. But we're going to try out some Lake Chelan Gold hard ciders. This is actually Lake Chelan Winery, which I've actually been to. I've never had the cider there, but I've had their white wines, and I really like their sweeter white wines. So the first thing you'll notice is there is no carbonation at all, which is kind of interesting because most apple ciders have carbonation. And it's good. It definitely drinks more like a wine because there's no carbonation, which is very interesting, especially since it comes in a bottle with a stopper, which I don't know that it really needs if it doesn't have carbonation. But anyways, I just thought I'd go over quickly with you guys kind of like what I do and why videos, well, one, why sometimes there's no tech videos and there's vlogs like this every once in a while, and two, why it takes so damn long. So if you make content, you guys already know that the research can take 2 or 3 times longer than the actual filming of the product or the review, especially if you have something like a laptop where you need to use it for a little while to form an opinion. So, you know, this is just my cheat sheet on stats. This doesn't even have another page that's just all notes of things I liked and didn't like. You know, and I've been using it on and off for a week or two, and you know, it's a lot of time just for one product. However, the laptop reviews do tend to get actually pretty good traffic, and this one comes from Costco, so you know, hopefully it gets good traffic as well. But I've been very impressed, and I just saw on CNET that HP beat their forecast for Q1. So good to know. You know, their PC sales are up, and I'll admit I like this little system. There's only one thing that I've found so far that I don't like with it, and that's the hard drive speed itself. You know, it would have been nice to see a smaller, faster drive in there, but you know, c'est la vie. I'd rather see a 500 gigabyte 7200 RPM drive, which would be the same cost as the 1 terabyte 5400. I may throw an SSD in there for the person that it's going to, but we'll see how it works like this first and see if they think it's okay or not. It does have one slot to upgrade to 16 gigs, but it comes with 8 gigs standard. You know, touchscreen, 15.6 inches. It's only 5.5 pounds. It's a nice little system. So you'll see that review tomorrow night, actually, because I'm recording this on Saturday night. I'm going to finish up that review and post it Sunday night for Monday morning. And other than that, jacked up my back building the kids' beds. So I've been kind of medicated lately. So if I seem like really laid back and, you know, just kind of chilling, yeah, muscle relaxers for the win. Although muscle relaxers and cider, I may be asleep soon. Anyways, good cider, by the way. Another local, Chelan's just across the pass from Seattle here. So they have a great winery. If you're in the Seattle area and you want to go camping, and it's kind of like, I'll call it shoulder season, spring or fall, Chelan's a great place to go because they don't get a lot of rain. It's kind of in the rain shadow of the Cascades. It's a gorgeous lake, a gorgeous glacier-fed lake. Lots of water sports, a ton of wineries. The Columbia River's real close, so you can drive over to there. A great place to visit if you're in the area. So, other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think of the vlogs. I don't know. I like doing them, but hopefully they give you guys some insight, and I do actually use your guys' feedback from the vlogs. So You know, when you guys post, I am actually reading this stuff, especially on the vlogs, because I think that, you know, you guys have a lot of good points. Like, notice there's no background music in this one, although there probably could be some upbeat background music in the end of this because I'm a little lower key today. But that said, I do read them. I do appreciate the support. I do look forward to doing more. I'm actually going to go to Vlogger Fair in the summer with the one that Chris Perillo is hosting. So if you guys want to show up and meet some vloggers, and it's going to be in Seattle. I think it's June 9th and 9th, I think, somewhere in there. Check it out. So I think it's vloggerfair.org. I'll link it down below. But anyways, guys, Lake Chelan apple cider, very tasty, no carbonation, a little weird. More like, it really is more like a wine. It's more like an apple wine. And this is Tim for TimmyTechTV. See you guys next time.